Hey everyone, I'm Trevor and today we are at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park for Wild Holidays. I'm so excited. Now let's get going. Walking up from the parking lot here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, and we've got lights on the trees already. It'll probably look better at night, similar to when we got to the San Diego Zoo just a little bit before dark. You can't really see it right now, but they got projections on the thatched hut here. We'll have to check it out when we leave. And then as we come underneath here, they've got the lights turned down low and got some big snowflakes, like sort of snowflakes, kind of like animal pattern snowflakes here on the ground. Already I feel like Wild Holidays at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park is trumping Jungle Bells just with how many lights they've got on trees and decor and things. Got a big snowflake here and the Wild Holiday sign. We'll see what we can get to. As with our Jungle Bells video, this is more a we're here to have fun type video than it is showing you everything that's available for Wild Holidays. So if we don't cover absolutely every single event that's here, that's why. Just giving you a heads up. But this is really neat. Look at the lights coming in here. I always like a good lighted tunnel. And it's not really a tunnel per se, but I do appreciate the lights. Our first order of business is going to be getting something to eat, and not food here though. We brought our own food from home. So we're just looking for a table, not one of those tables. We want a sit-down table. And then in about 5 minutes, they're gonna do a light presentation in this area. They do it at the top of every hour and the bottom of every hour. Carol of the Bells at the top of every hour and Jingle Bells at the bottom. And all of these trees with lights on them are going to react to the music. It's one of my favorite parts about Wild Holidays. Now, we've been eating out a lot the last couple days, so Amy didn't want to eat here at the park, so packed us some goodies from home. What'd you bring us?
Beef sticks, crackers, and Rice Krispie treats, I think, and sandwiches.
So, ham and cheese?
Yes.
The sun has gone down a little bit now, and we've got the main tree here in the area, which should also participate with the timing of the lights that we'll get to a little bit later. They just had one, but we were eating, so I did not film it. Plus, it wasn't quite dark enough yet. Over here, they have a Santa meet and greet, and I mean, just because I said that we weren't going to cover everything doesn't mean that if I see it, I won't point it out. We're not going to actually go visit Santa. This is available, it says, from 12 to 8 p.m., and this has actually been going on for a couple of weeks now, not just today is Sunday, December 21st, and the line for Santa is over here. So there's actually quite a bit of a line all built up and waiting for the Santa meet and greet, which is in this little hut next to the first aid building over there. Ooh, check this out. We have an opening date. I didn't even know. Yeah, this would be the pathway from off of the Explorers Base Camp. Or Safari Base Camp, and the Denny Sanford Elephant Valley opening March 5th. Well, we're gonna head up this way and go towards the tigers for now. This is my favorite part. Now, right now, actually, never mind. This isn't the only way up here. I'm used to it being the only way up to the tiger area, but the last couple times we've come up here, they've actually had a back path open to lead you back to where the elephants are. You just still can't really see much, but they do have a back path open, so this is no longer the only way up to the tigers, but I still love coming through this lit tunnel, especially during the holidays for all the lights. It was cooler a second ago. This is kind of giving me a little bit of anxiety. This is really busy. I think this is the slowest I've walked up to the tigers ever. Just a slow little shuffle here. It's the first weekend of this event. The event, I think we said this in our zoo video, but I'm not sure I did here. This event usually runs all of December, and for some reason it was shortened down to December 19th as the first date this year. It is only weekends as well, so that just makes it a lot harder to see this event, so a lot more people are coming to it. We're going to start by heading up here to the Walkabout Australia area first. Now, it doesn't explicitly have any Christmas lights aside from these lit up walkways here. Now, at the risk of repeating myself, if you happen to have watched our Jungle Bells video, when you come to either the zoo or the safari park here, for these types of events, the animals will most likely be tucked away for the most part because the sun has gone down. If they have a home to go back to, like a little enclosure, the off exhibit, then they will be. If they are still on exhibit, they don't light the exhibits, so for the most part you're going to have a hard time seeing animals. That's not the case for all animals. Like we did see a couple at the zoo that still were able to be seen in the dark, but most of them aren't going to be very easy to spot. Looks like platypus viewing is still open, and there is quite a line of people queued up for that. We won't bother with that right this minute. I also want to say that admission to this event is not extra, so if you have a San Diego Zoo Safari Park day ticket, you can stay here through the entire thing. Here in the West Wool Shed, it looks like we've got a bit of Christmas decor up in here. Also a lot more well lit, of course, some tables, some Christmas trees, and a little like cafe over here that's got some, well, I think mostly drinks and Dippin' Dots. And cotton candy there too, you see. Now over here at the World Garden, they are going to have lights on, and I believe I saw that this was continuous for from like 4 to 8, and so they just got the lights up and going. Nothing like super special through this particular area except for colored lights on the rock faces and the cactuses and cacti. Cactuses, cacti, you tell me down in the comments. But the Arbor Walk is what we want to get to here. Now here is one of the musical numbers here for this event. They got dueling guitars here. Now this area straight ahead is the Arbor Walk, and what I like about this particular area as we're heading into the Arbor Walk is just all the lights that are on all the trees through here. And now this is, I mean, you can see the walkway over there, the like little bridge walkway. It's just a gorgeous sort of vista. Now a little bit more gorgeous during the day than it is at night. Can't see really, like, you know, everything that's out there in the dark, but even so, with the way the lights are in the Arbor Walk and then these trees down here over there, I think this is just a nice little serene spot right here. Now usually I feel like when we come to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, even if there's more people here, it feels less crowded than the San Diego Zoo. However, I'm getting the opposite for these nighttime events. I thought that, you know, even though there were people at Jungle Bells, I never felt like super tight or crowded or around a lot of people, and it's really busy here at the Safari Park tonight. I did like the little musical number back there. Had a little bit of Bruce Springsteen going on. There is a bunch of lights around this building up here. Is there like some sort of activity? No, it doesn't look like it. Just some tables for people to sit at. I wasn't sure if there was like some coloring or something going on there, but we need to go down to this direction for the Arbor Walk. Now this area is one of my favorite parts of the San Diego Zoo Safari Park because this whole area always makes us feel like we are in a national park, like we are transported to Sequoia or Kings Canyon or something like that. Just, you know, got that quintessential California national park vibe. And now it's lit up with Christmas lights too, and I love it. It's a little bit cooler when you see that there's a lower pathway down there, and we are on like an elevated platform. And now that we're down below, of course, it's a lot easier to tell that it's split level. Just a fun little peaceful walk through here. The music is subtle too. There is music, but it's nice and subtle. Just some ambiance sounds and some twinkles and that sort of thing. So unlike the zoo, which had a lot of it had the entire zoo open, it looks like they are blocking off parts of the pathway. That rope over there would have taken us down towards like the safari areas and the Africa areas behind the elephants, unless it's just blocked off temporarily because they're finishing up that elephant area. But the last time we were here, that was open and we could access, like we could walk through there. So we'll have to see if there's ropes blocking access to like the gorillas later when we go through Mombasa Lagoon, just to see if the rest of the safari park does happen to be closed. Now we're heading back towards the tiger house. There's the tigers. You see the tigers? And again, behold the eighth wonder of the world, the backside of water! O2H, O2H, O2H. Say it with me! O2H, O2H. Now look at this little area, the McCann Marketplace area. Oh, very nicely lit here in the McCann Market. It's another one of those places very similar to the East West Wool Shed that had mostly beverages, alcoholic more than anything else, plus a couple of novelties like ice creams. Now they have 3 tiger viewing areas. You saw the one earlier. There's another one over off to our right. I don't see the tiger currently. And then the 3rd tiger viewing area is off to the left over here. And I also don't see any tigers over here at the moment, but we did get to see some tigers, at least very briefly. I don't know how well you could see it on the camera. Now, the internet said that the pathway for the tigers was lit, and I mean, we've been walking by all these red lights. I assumed that when we got down here to the bamboo area, it would be lit a different way, but it is not. So the red is the lights. That's kind of what they've signified for the tiger pathway. Well, it's a little bit later now. I don't know how much later because I haven't looked at the clock lately, but this pathway is significantly less crowded than when we came up it. Wow, I got like the whole thing to myself now. Of course, I decided to film my intro in this area as we were walking back since it was so empty. And then they put that schizophrenic lighting on again that I don't like. I'm sure I'm using that word wrong, but I don't know what else to call this. Spastic? Maybe that's the right word. Now we are back in the Safari Base Camp area. This is like the main sort of central area for the safari park. It's not really central, it's just the entrance area where a lot of the main food areas are. And this is where we're going to see the Carol of the Bells light thing that's going on in about 13 minutes. I did look, it's almost 6 o'clock. And so we're going to go down to Nairobi Village to kill a couple more minutes until then. So aside from Safari Base Camp and the like area that we were just in with the tigers and Australia and things, Nairobi Village is the only other area that is set up for Christmas. And this is Nairobi Station. There's a couple of animals and things over here off to the left that are still lit up so that you could see those if you would like. We're just gonna go straight back here. There is the lantern like pathway walkway we're gonna check out and see what else is over here. Now I don't know if they've had this set up before in the past, but I saw this listed on their website and I kind of like this. This pathway is not new, but adding in the lanterns I think is, and then the periodic lights here. It just looks really cool. Of course, the safari park usually isn't open at night, so you don't get to see lighting like this all that often. Over off to our left here is the village playground, and this is all lit up nicely, and they've got another musical presentation going on down here.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Y'all are wonderful. Seriously, seriously. All right.
Now we're headed back through to go, again, catch the Carol of the Bells thing. And so we're passing back through the same area we just walked through. There's still more to see, but I don't want to miss the Carol of the Bells thing. So we were just ducking down there, but they got a different light pattern on the lanterns now. So this is called Light Up the Holidays. Now, as I mentioned, they do Carol of the Bells at the tops of the hour and a Jingle Bells medley at the bottom of the hour. Carol of the Bells is my favorite Christmas song, so of course I had to come and hear the Carol of the Bells version. It does appear that they have tons of areas in the zoo roped off. That would normally be a walkway. We need to go that way to get to the Mombasa Lagoon. And I can see it right there, but they've got them roped off. So yeah, it does appear that they are really restricting what areas of the zoo or safari park you're allowed into right now. Okay, we are over here by the Mombasa Lagoon now. And I mean, there's the pathway that we were just trying to come from, also with a rope. It's well lit. It's not even like, it would have been a danger to me. I don't know why it's roped off, but this is the area that we want to come to over here. Just to look at this. Isn't this nice? They got lights all on the water here. This is all water. This is all a lagoon. You can't really tell though. I mean, you can see reflections off of it. That's about it. But I feel like they used to do a show or a presentation similar to Aurora at the zoo down here with these lights, but I believe they've also taken that away, and this is just what's in its place, just looking at some lights on the lagoon. But it's really pretty though, isn't it? Isn't this gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful view. Definitely cannot complain. I mean, that's why we're coming here, just to look at lights. I love it. I love it a lot. Might have been nice if they would have kept those lights, going across the entire lagoon. This is still a lagoon, but there's no lights there, except for they do have like the little twinkles on the tree over there. And then that is a seating area for, actually it might just be a viewing area. I'm surprised at how many food places are open though. The Mombasa Cooker over here off of the lagoon at the far end of like this area for Wild Holidays is open, which I'm surprised that it is. It looks like they have a nice Wild Holidays sign down here. I'll have to go check out too. After checking out the Wild Holidays sign in the Mombasa Lagoon, we came back over here where they were doing Feliz Navidad earlier, and they are doing a snowfall now, or a snopefall, I should say. Benjamin wants to play with this like boat thing over here. We told him that was it. That was the entire Wild Holidays, and we were going to go home. And he said, "No, I want to go to the playground." I said, "Playground's closed." And he said, "No, the boat thing." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Apparently, they've got like these little logs over here that you can get, and people are putting them on top of the boat and playing on it. So, yeah, Benjamin's just going to play here for a little bit, I guess. So we're going to go in the gift shop here for a little bit, but so the video's not done just yet. We're going to look around, but all said and done, we spent an hour and 15 minutes here at the safari park and 2.5 hours at the zoo for Jungle Bells. So in terms of things to do and keep you occupied, Jungle Bells is definitely a better event. I do feel like there were more lights per se in this one, more things to look at, but not as much interactive type things. I did appreciate a lot of the interactivity that they had at Jungle Bells. Totally different events, of course. But if you have to pick one to go to where you're going to spend some money or you're going to want to spend some time, at least for us, coming up all the way up here is double the distance for half of the time allotment. I'd rather go to the zoo for Jungle Bells. And here we go, the gift shop in here. Ooh, look at this capybara. Cappy holidays. Oh, did you find a PJs? Christmas PJs for the kids?
These are like what my friend has. Pandas.
There's yeah, the little pandas on. Oh, he would love that. Maybe you should get him some PJs. Now here is the Safari Park's spirit jersey. If you remember, we saw the zoos. I think I saw the zoos on display somewhere in one of these windows. If I can find it, I'll show it to you. But this is the Safari Park's, specifically theirs, and it's got a giraffe on it. Oh, and a panda as well. That's really, really cute. Here is the zoos, so I wanted to show you that, and of course it just says San Diego Zoo there on the back, but this one's like gingerbread themed compared to the Safari Parks one. I think I like the zoo one better personally. And they also have the mug that Amy's been eyeing up. She did not buy it last time. This is her last opportunity. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
I think the hesitation is that it's only useful this time of year. Is that your hesitation?
Partly. Okay. So it is really cute. So, I don't know. I also have a ton of mugs.
Now on our way out, we can enjoy some of the lights that we couldn't enjoy earlier because it wasn't yet dark enough for. And so this is the pathway to exit the Safari Park. Now this is nice. I don't think the zoo had anything quite like this, just with how well lit it is, just for ambiance and mood, like outside of one of their particularly like specific event areas. And then here is that thatched hut area, the entrance to the Safari Park. And I wanted to show you the projections on top of it. Oh, they kind of ended now. They were going for a second. Ooh, now the logo is lighting up. That's interesting. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park for Wild Holidays. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. If you missed my Jungle Bells video, go ahead and click right here to keep watching. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions, also drop them in the comments below. Always happy to answer them. We will see you again next time.